Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting propaganda stream with me, not propaganda stream, Propagandacast with Xcom 2 with me, your host, Imperial Dane. And looking at things, I guess we'll just go for psionics. No real sort of comments on that, but, you know, figure I might try something different, sort of one, at least to go for my other main game.
Report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
So we'll have at that, shall we? Should be all good fun, if you will. Did actually remember to upgrade the stuff here. Magnetic rifles, yes. Jolly
Tigan
good.
seems to have a habit of scratching that scar on the back of his head. I wonder if anyone made sure his chip was actually removed.
Ooh, exosuit. Yes,
Interesting
please.
choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Very much yes, please. Yet nothing else to do? Nope. In this case, we shall continue searching for intelligence. Alrighty. Got ourselves some targets. More armor. Launches a UFO. This one's easy, but this one's going to make things a lot bloody difficult in the longer run. Plus it gets more supplies. I mean, this one could be trouble, but less so. So I think we'll be going for this one. Plus, hacking the workstation has some benefits. This one just destroy it, not so much. I mean, overall, from a strategic view, this mission is overall the best. Plus, Operation Flying Priest, Operation God Done, you know. It just sounds cooler too. Operation Flying Priest.
Setting course for Western United States.
Everything says go for it. You want to. Good lord, we've got ourselves a lot of specialists. Can't have anything else but specialists. I mean, it's great to have some, but I think we might be going over the top here with them. Right, you're going out. Just saying. As well, bring out Corporal. This is an important mission. Let's see. What else was I think it was right? It was here. Dragon rounds and nanoscale vest. He should be all fit to go here. And just anything else? I don't think so for him. We got our medics, we got our flashbangs. Just checking if we got anything else we need actually. Nope. Nothing at all. So we got the Predator armor, we got our magnetic rifles, we also of course got shotguns and other bits and pieces. So should be good. And then the items we might be useful here. Can't quite make the mimic grenade or mimic beacon. Bit more to go there, but we can actually make a battle scanner. That's quite handy. Be made, so there we go. Adding that one to our repertoire to actually allow us to scout ahead and run into, well, less issues in a sense. Perhaps one should consider an additional flashbang, just to be sure. Never hurts. To be absolutely sure you've got some guts there ready, in case things go ever so slightly wrong, because when things go wrong in Xcom 2, they go very wrong very quickly, and that's flashbang.
We've been keeping an eye on an intermittent signal moving through this area, and we think it's tied to an unprotected terminal on board one of the Advent trains. We can't pass up a chance to retrieve their data on the latest alien project, so we're moving on the train. Eliminate all hostile forces with extreme prejudice. If we can seize control of that data, we might have a shot at stopping their progress.
Arr. There we go. Go, go, go. Let's kill ourselves some alien scum.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
And we gotta do it on time too. Anyways, there we go.
Moving on target location.
This is an extremely well-equipped mechanized combat unit. We'll need to look for vulnerabilities if we're going to take that thing out.
Yikes. It's not a happy position, to say the least. On the other hand, if you can take it out in the first burst, it won't matter too much. That's obviously a bit of a tall order. So what we shall do instead is just set up for a proper ambush. No, not too far really. I've been having some strangely good positioning in the sense of the objectives and positioning. So anyways, just setting up, preparing. Need to be careful we don't get up into awkward a position, but it should be good. You know, no, mynheer. Set up there as well. Need to be able to cover someone in case things go Dachshund shaped.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Let's get you into cover first.
Roger that. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
A bit worried where the patrol might be going, but looks like it is not going towards me directly. The mech is the bigger concern, and currently I do not have the haywire protocol, which would allow me to hack it, which is quite handy. Alright, sitting up here.
Befehl bestätigt.
Just checking for his chances of getting some hits. I mean, he's the one with the biggest bonuses, so overall I want him to take the initial shot there. Rest are basically just gonna do all the fun stuff.
Moving out. On Overwatch. Understood.
Closer the better. When they sort of go all wibbly wobbly once the magnetic lead goes flying.
I'm on the move.
I mean, it could also go for a grenade, but that risks wrecking any chance that this has little light equipment, and I think I should be able to whack them in one go. I think. That's a kind of, I suppose, save the grenade for some other bits. Alright, also good chance there. Setting up. Just that. Anyway, should be able to get some hits in.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Plus, he's got a decent chance of a critical hit, so let's rock. Alright. Did some damage.
Diese Rüstung ist stark. Sie haben uns entdeckt.
Alright. Wait, what? That's not how it usually goes. What the devil? That's not how it goes at all. I really hate it when the game just decides, oh hey, you know, those rules we've been teaching you, yeah, they don't apply at all. Yes, yes, we get it, you big baby.
Affirmative, moving out.
That's not... Oh, again, how does... What, the devil? Usually they'll just go a little bit nuts there, but that just got bloody... Auto-hito. That... It's never done that before. The game does seem to occasionally just bug out like this, and the mechs do seem to be one of the main sources of it. I still remember the horror at one time where it just floated through a roof. Anyways, just sort of stabilizing things. See, I don't want to accidentally draw in more while I'm just sort of putting things into order, so I'll just sort of have the others hang about there before we try to get anyone else upset. So we don't want to risk our main specialists quite yet. You'll move ahead. Closing in and be able to see it. There's a lamp post there. Let's see if there's anything that might actually be useful. 25% chance to grow a mustache. No thanks. Holy moly! Haven't it? Christ. That one wouldn't be bad to have. That's the first time I've actually seen that one. That's actually quite impressive. Well, you'll scout ahead here. Ah, there we go. Snake thing. Lancer. And some other bits.
Ich gehe schon. Mir entgeht nichts.
If I move too far forward, I'll trigger them off, and my force isn't quite ready for it yet. Then again, I have to do it eventually, and I've got flashbang, so let's risk it. If not, jolly good.
Move into position. Got it covered.
You just hang back a bit. Let's see if they can't sort of move towards. No sign of that there. Alrighty. Mr. Blighty.
Was ist da drüben?
There we go.
Hier sind Advent-Truppen.
Now, on the other hand, might be a good time for a grenade. They rather, I think, magnificently bunch themselves up. So, yeah, I might break some items, but now things are getting a bit more hasty. Plus, they rather position themselves nicely for a grenade. Barrier there wasn't broken. It's quite unfortunate. No sign of that there. That did not work out.
I'll get him next time.
Chance of hitting with a shot. Yeah, bollocks. Bit worried about in this case about running forward and drawing in more enemies, which is why I'm
Munition ist gleich alle.
trying to play this somewhat sensibly. Flashbanging.
Watching?
Shoot! Damn you! And hit! Ah! Dodged.
Right on the margins.
Well, it should only keep them shooting and doing so poorly. Plus, most of the ones they can see actually in heavy cover, so that should give me a bit more to work with as well. Go. Missed.
That was close.
I have to get close soon now to sort of, deal with that thing.
I'm hit! I'm hit! Evac! We need emergency evac! No!
Ah.
Damn it! No!
Bugger. Well, at least he's not throwing a grenade. That's one always fun. Because they always do it in your direction for some reason. They shoot at the enemy when they panic, but they throw grenades at you when they panic.
-15. The vent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get to that
Yes.
terminal.
They're bringing in reinforcements.
Ah, bollocks. This keeps getting better and
Copy.
better.
Moving on target.
The supremely tempting target. Not because actually chance of hitting it, I was about to say, but I rather realise something. That thing there's probably going to blow if I do. I don't think anyone would be helped by that.
Bombs away!
Right. Just gonna grenade it. Please stay there and deal with any naughty intruders. Guess we'll have to rush it, but at the same time he'll be in cover, so should be safe. Alright. No one seemingly...
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
Crud, gotta move him up ahead to have a chance of hacking it with some decent chance.
Orders confirmed, on the move.
I'd rather hoped our little ranger there could have taken him down. Alright, no mechs inbound from reinforcements. Just an officer, lance, and a trooper.
Advent troops here. Cover my flank!
Alright. Damn well better get hit. Oh, for heaven's sake.
Target's still up.
Oh,
Heavy fire in this zone.
right. That was not within predictions.
Fire's getting worse here.
Yes, yes. We can hear you. We can hear you. Alright, that should get us
Heading
in
to our
range.
location.
Nope, apparently not. I have to give him closer, though we have one turn to do that. I just don't want to further risk drawing in once we already got a pretty big problem out of the flank.
Hoffentlich lohnt sich das.
Advanced troopers, eh? How do you like my advanced tactics? Shooting you. There we go, burning. He's pretty much corpse. Could we flashbang him? No, I'm too far away.
Rolling.
Deem the Lancer the biggest threat here, though. Yeah. I could go for the officer, but Lancer has the biggest chance of actually making things go terribly wrong. Now, if I could actually just kill him. Alright, you sit up there.
Rolling.
Take down that advanced stun lancer. Alright, you drop the goodies.
Target neutralized. What do we got here? Moving on target location.
Shoot it! Well,
Miss the target. Running dry.
I do believe that did the trick. Oh wait, the other Sure, they will die from the fire damage, leaving only the officer behind to do the work. Oh, that went miserably.
Target's still up.
3 more so for them. In fact, they're out in the open.
Menace 1-5, the Advent network terminal is shutting down. This is your last chance to secure the data.
Yes, yes, Central. We're on it. Just cautiously, so I just feel like doing this to check out one certain thing. There's if there's any enemy
Hostile
outside.
neutralized.
Promotion, yes. But we still have enemies. Thusly,
Moving out. I've got eyes on an Advent position.
alright. So, we hack the workstation. He's still going to be in a bad position, but we do have one trick that can save him. Possibly. Alright. Please make it work. Yes! Slightly more supplies.
Basic K.
And this is why I didn't, try to rush ahead there, because being wedged between several units of Lancers I don't think would have worked out particularly well for me. Go. It'll only be 20 more defense and he's still exposed, but it could be the difference between dying horribly and not dying horribly. Grab that, away. If he's going to die in vain, at least make sure we grab something out of it. Holy Lord. Advanced laser, advanced scope, focus, and advanced focus. That's not too bad.
Got some goods here.
It's not too bad at all.
On the move.
Now this is where it'd be handy if I'd also brought smoke grenades. I didn't. So it's not.
Und weiter geht's.
My best hope is basically trying to cover him as well with a shotgun. Chances are minimal, and I would rather want to cover against the lancer that's going to be popping out at him. I mean, he's pretty much blocking the way, so our specialist friend is basically going to draw the fire. Oh. Hopefully the insurance covers that.
What am I doing here?
Disoriented. Well, if he lives, that doesn't matter. There we go.
Whoa!
So far it's actually working out, it seems. That the Lancer's yet to... Oh, there we go. You can do it! Ah! Damn it! Missed.
Am Ziel vorbeigeschossen.
Yeah,
Heavy fire!
there you go. That's right handy to have more than one specialist on a mission. Had it not been for that,
I'll just
probably would have been quite dead.
do that then.
Pulling back.
Heading there now.
Sadly, now he's disoriented, so he can't use his abilities. He can just try and shoot and murder the bastard in return. Which isn't actually surprisingly feasible. You go after it.
Burn it through ammo fast!
Less mind effects.
Zufrieden?
Headed there now.
Sadly, though, can't quite
Scanning.
use it again. So that leaves him in a slightly awkward position.
Already there.
Rushing forwards.
Getting it done.
That would have been really lucky if I'd gotten the kill on him. But,
It's still moving.
wow! That was even luckier. He missed.
Sure.
Dead. Schuskabobbed.
Bitte sehr.
Bitte sehr.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
There we go. Operation Flying Priest was a success. Though it was surprisingly close there, and I got rather lucky there by the end. There we go. Fun little trick, you can press caps lock when you're on the way back home to basically speed up the loading. I know he's not aware of that trick yet. There's a lot of weird stuff in this game. So much. Suppression, good. Long watch, good. Medical protocol, good. All the other stuff, good.
Hello, Commander.
On the other hand, I'm pretty low in intelligence, but I do have now a bit more resources to work with, which is good. Oh, he's busy. Never mind then. Advanced Warfare Center resistant comms already. Both would be handy, but this one might be a bit handier sooner. I mean, this one would also get high chance of getting some bonuses quicker, but I think resistant comms will be much quicker needed.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further. What can I do for you, Commander? What do you know about these gene therapy clinics, Doctor?
Yep.
They seem like a big draw for this.
Having worked in one of the facilities, I can tell you firsthand. They do offer a level of medical care unmatched by any previous effort
Back to
in
that
our
one.
history. The aliens have effectively cured all of humanity's greatest ailments. Cancer, malaria, AIDS. The process is
Need
relatively
that
simple.
intelligence.
I'm beginning to see the appeal.
Strategic resource located.
Ding, and more power is
Commander
actually
plotting
pretty
new
handy as
course.
well. In particular, since it means we don't have to divert resources and such towards it, or for that amount of space. That should not be taken lightly, though I do want to start another project first. In the
Hey, Commander.
proving ground. Which I mean, yes.
We'll get started right away,
My
Commander. I'll
precious
send word when the project is
experimental
complete.
heavy weapon.
Commander, we've got local resistance forces waiting to make contact, but
Oh
we'll have
dear.
to make the first move.
Oh dear.
Setting course for the Western U.S. precinct.
Well, we have battle scanners, so we're not completely caught pantsless by this. Or will be. It's gonna get unpleasant. Anyways, you. There we go.
The EXO armors.
Rockets. Wait. Some stuff we get out there. 2 rangers, that's quite a few rangers. Alright, you gain the battle scanner there. That's going to be very important in a few moments. Or criticals is always good. Now then. The worst part is, of course, we're going to be facing in more Faceless thanks to that one dark event going off. So, this is going to be fun.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
The aliens just hit one of the resistance outposts hard. There may be survivors, but that's a best-case scenario. We're going in to secure the site. Neutralize all hostile contacts.
On the other hand, I will be able to get the things I need them to make a mimic beacon. So that's handy. Very handy.
Menace 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
On Overwatch.
Covering. Does any of them have a running gun yet? No. It does not look like it.
Not a problem. You're good to go. Move.
Alright.
Hoffentlich lohnt sich das.
Don't want to go drawing much attention right away. So we're sort of just gently setting up here.
Confirmed. Moving to Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Advent forces on the ground.
There you go. In this case, that's good why we set up like that. Somewhat. Huh. Bit of an awkward setup, really. Roberto Rodriguez was killed.
We're seeing heavy civilian casualties, Commander.
It's one person! That's not a heavy casualty! That's a person! Moderate your language, man! No one's going to take you seriously if one person dead constitutes heavy casualties. You're going to become that guy. At this rate.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh. That was one part of the enemy team.
That's right.
Now to locate the rest.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
While not drawing in any attention that would be pretty bad to draw in.
Got it covered.
That's a pretty tactical split up there. Don't follow the leader. Such discipline within the Advent armies.
Alright, I'll go.
How about sounding a bit more enthusiastic? Also hitting.
I'll get him next time.
That's pretty important.
Was ist da drüben? Gebe Feuerschutz. Sure thing.
Another terrible shot.
Shot wide.
He's supposed to be the best humanity has to offer. Act like
On
it.
my way.
Don't make me call for the Space Marines.
Rolling. Come on.
Yeah, there's a lot getting killed, isn't there?
We're losing civilians left
And that's
right,
basically the
Commander.
time that exists in
We
these
need to
missions. They
get
just
these
more or less
people
keep
out of
killing
here.
one every turn. It's a bit annoying, really. In particular, you also have to worry about faceless. Come on! It's one guy! Alien guy!
Steht noch. Adjusting sights.
You learn to shoot!
My position's been compromised.
Taking heavy fire!
That's gotta be some of the worst accuracy ever. Alright,
Hoffentlich lohnt sich das.
guess we gotta make things go a bit faster. You can't miss that. There we go, there we go. Dead. Permanently.
Einer erledigt. Noch Tausende übrig. Will das jemand haben?
Lots of autoloaders. That could be handy.
Got it. I hope it's worth it.
Again, enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Really.
On my way. Let's go. Move out. Absolutely.
I knew it! Damn it! Well, on the bright side, I've got plenty of people to shoot it. If they can hit it. Thank the heavens they can.
Gonna need to reload soon.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Time for the 8 protocol. Hope for the best.
Heading there now. Upper river, covering now.
That's also one of the reasons you have to advance cautiously, because if you sort of end up in a turn just where one of those appears, you can easily have things go horribly wrong. Now they're dead.
That one hurt a little.
Yeah. back there. Worth a shot, though. Seeing as there was little that could be done otherwise to support. It could be a lot worse.
Is it clear?
Bring up close. Enthusiasm, madam! Enthusiasm! At least get some more combat spirit.
Out of rounds!
Okay, bin unterwegs.
Dead.
Zufrieden? Die Waffe verschlingt meine Munition.
Okay. Ah! It never ends, does it? I'm glad I went with my guts there.
Headed there now. Got it covered.
Enemies down.
Alright, that's it for the faceless. I just have to hunt down the rest of the alien bastards.
All right, I'll go.
There we go. Uh-oh. Oh.
These mutons seem a little more agile than the ones we fought in the past. It looks like they're still serving as the aliens' front line, though.
Was ist da drüben?
Ooh, good shot.
Okay, einen habe ich erwischt. Brauche Munition.
Can't shoot anyways.
Orders
Once I go a bit
confirmed.
further.
Moving to
Yep.
Overwatch.
Moving out.
Alright, I think I've got a battle plan for this.
Target locked.
That's why I get an exosuit. Can't wait to get the shredder cannon. Right, yeah, you could see it before, couldn't you? Coward.
Not a problem. Only the best. No rounds. Overwatch.
There you go. Ooh, willing to run for fire. Ah, drew in the rest. Joined up with them. Oh, that was quite handy then.
What's
Guess
over
we'll
there?
have you run a bit closer. And whack them with a big old grenade.
Fire in the hole!
Also leave them frightfully exposed.
Ist es auch sicher?
Little cabba. Apparently still some. Yeah, that didn't work. Could have. Very slim chance, but I could have. Stay here a bit more defensive. Cover the rest. Give it a go. All right, that leaves just a Lancer and a Trooper. And the Trooper is on fire. And not in that sense. Just the Trooper.
Enemy destroyed.
It's amazing what a rocket and a few grenades can do. Just imagine he ran back for help, only to find said help swiftly annihilated.
Das war knapp.
That's gotta be disappointing on some level.
Oh yeah. Here, catch.
Grenades, ladies and gentlemen, are your friends. There we go. Saved the day. We're heroes! Huzzah!
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
There we go. It was pretty damn close with that first faceless. Caps lock. Really strange that caps lock just sort of somehow makes it work.
Whole and the aliens paid the price. Great work, Commander.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, I think, over Deadeye. There we go, run and gun. Perfect for strategic reconnaissance.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have saved the day. Our charming, smart yeah, oh, bollocks. Just had to go and ruin it all, didn't you?
Commander,
Mr.
the
Avatar
aliens
Project.
continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
That one is also surprisingly handy. I mean, anything that basically boosts you certain stats there without having to actually build stuff for it is alright in my book. Flamethrower.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander. The Advent Stun Lancer was... Although Advent clearly intended for these units to be their means of dealing with any unruly civilians within the city centers, it seems they have come to rely on more brutal means of pacification in the time since. I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is
We
Just
need more
give the word and
engineers.
I'll get started, Commander.
We need a bunch
We
more.
noticed early on that the Avenger has a tendency to dip.
Setting course for Sector
Probably should have
8,
gone for that first,
Mexico.
but you never know how long those things last.
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now. You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing
Nasty.
efforts will only lead to further success.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Avenger
take the
plotting
supplies
new
first. I
course.
mean, we need that factory doing more things. That's a bit important to get done. Go. Oh, put that there. Oh, perhaps we could gain an engineer.
Setting course for Sector
I hate to
9,
spend
Western
resources on
United
it.
States.
So let's first check.
Welcome, Commander.
Well, we don't need more scientists, and I'm not really in need of a sharpshooter. So let's check that one out.
Plotting new course.
We don't have the intelligence anyway, so if they had to offer it, but we might as well check if they have it so we can buy it if we gain the intelligence. Nope. Rangers and such. And what's the special for this week? Helium crystals. We don't really need a lot of those, so yeah. There you go. Not a lot, but you know, it helps.
Setting course
helps.
for the Mexican Regional Tract.
I am sure you will find the results to be as
I hope we get an
intriguing
option
as
there
ours.
for getting some more engineers soon. Hope we get them.
Central Officer Bradford has,
Mutants.
while most of
Good.
my involvement
Plasma
in the
grenades.
chip development
Very good.
process was
That's what we're aiming for.
Commander, you should establish...
New
Yeah.
objective added.
Commander, we've established contact with the local resistance and we're ready to move on the alien black site on your order. Advent's been keeping this facility a closely guarded secret. We should make sure our troops are ready for a tough fight before we send them out there. I'm keeping tabs on all our operations, Commander. Our
That's
people
the
are
plan.
standing by for your orders.
Let's see what we can actually
New orders,
improve
Commander?
upon. Oh, we actually lack engineers for that. That sucks. That's rather rubbish. I prefer having it before we head into the black site to deal with whatever's there. Besides, some ghost rifles and mag cannons, plastic shotgun, all of those would make things a lot bloody easier. Wait. Mimic beacon, yes. There we go. Now we are ready for that, so we're going to have to spend some time just waiting for things to pop up, really. So, I think we'll be stopping today's episode here. Had some brutal battles. We'll be slowly getting ahead. We're closing and activating some psychics, but the big limiter right now is what we've been able to actually gain a surprisingly large amount of scientists here in the early game. We're pretty much short on engineers, which rather limits what we can actually do, and that's kinda bad. So we need to get some engineers as swiftly as possible before we can strike at the black site and hopefully bring down the Avatar project down a bit and also advance the storyline. Plus, another thing we'd do is actually get up a radio beacon here somewhere, as that would probably put us a bit close there towards getting this bonus here. Plus, more engineers will allow us to dig up more territory or more space inside the ship and get us a Scilabs. So there's a lot to be done, So hopefully you'll be joining for that in the next about 2 days. If you did, again, enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't already, like, share, and so on. And of course, comments as always in the chat or comment section, of course, are welcome. This is Imperial Link signing off, and hope to see you all in 2 days' time. Cheers.